It's a beautiful seaside village is Saquarema, about 2 hours drive east of Rio de Janeiro. Brad Bricknell here with former big wave world surfing champion Pete Mel. And Pete, we're into heat number 2 of the second round. Jordy Smith bundled out in that last heat. Ian Gouveia, another Brazilian, advancing. And up next now, Frederico Morais up against another Brazilian, Michael Rodrigues. Today, of course, yeah, look at this. This is Morais deep on the foam ball. He comes in from behind that section. We're going to have another look at that one in a moment. But, man, that was just a great barrel ride, a perfect line through that foam ball for Frederico Morais, and what a way to open up your round 3 heat.
Through the back door of the garage, out the front door in a huge way as that wave just coughed, I would say belched on the way out. The wind's forecast to be strong, but from a okay direction.
Frederico Morais now under priority, just taking a little look at that one. He'll be looking to get his second score locked in. Of course, Michael Rodrigues has waited almost 10 minutes now.
You're looking for the next wave. Okay, is there a set coming? Do I need to reposition myself? You're triangulating. You're seeing where your competitor is. Maybe you're looking at a coach.
Well, let's have a look. Yeah, this is Morais staying busy under priority. Little inside runner as that tide starts to fill across the bang. Two-turn combination on the inside there. A lot smaller wave than what we've seen so far today. But I guess for Frederico, he's just looking to lock in a second score. If he gets something in that three-point range, he's going to put a lot more pressure onto Frederico. It'll put him to a combination situation.
And this is what Frederico's strategy was. I'm going to back up this 8.17. I've been watching the heats today. I know that a lot of the surfers have not been able to get 2 solid scores.
Because Michael has not taken off on a wave. That is all about to change. A nice wedge here for Michael Rodrigues. Pulls in behind the curtain, gets spat out.
See, there you go.
I'm going to love it.
There you go, right? He's out there going, I'm going to find a wedge. I am going to get behind it. I'm going to get deep. I'm going to do exactly what Frederico did on his first wave. And that was very, very close. Intensity of that wave, probably a little bit more so than Frederico's. You know, Frederico was behind it and cruised over the top of the foam ball. But that one there had all the bottom, all the sand grinding off of it. Again, behind it, deep. And the thing spits, and then he comes out. So a very similar wave. You know, I would say this is the answer he needed to have. Exactly the answer he needed to have. He's in the heat.
I didn't really get too many long ones. Was finding kind of the shorter barrels. And that's how it goes, eh? Honestly, that's just how it goes.
That's how it goes. Thank you for your time. We'll see you in Bali.
Welcome back to the OI Rio Pro. You're watching heat number 2 of round number 3. Frederico Morais up against Michael Rodrigues. And while we're away, Pete, this is what happened.
Michael Rodrigues goes for that first move in this heat. And beautiful move it was, but the wave lets him down. Frederico, and he's holding the wall, doing everything he can to stall, but this wave is running. And then he just gets the guillotine to the back of the head. Incomplete ride, not going to go into his top 2. Yes, and probably could have an opportunity to jump in the lead.
Well, here we go. He drops in late into this one. Just nothing really on offer there for him. So he gets out the back of that one. 12 minutes remaining. Another 14 Brazilians initially in the draw here at the OI Rio Pro. We're having a look at now at Rodrigues. Just hunting for something under priority. 8 minutes remaining. He's looking for a relatively small score, Peter, 3.81. He would like to go excellent, though, in his next wave.
Next, you got Felipe. He's another similar one who can do airs in offshore conditions, because it is challenging. Because generally, you know, if you're going to go into an air, it's going to take your board away from you and throw it out the back.
While we were away, he must have heard you speaking, Peter Mel. Let's see what happens here.
Well, again, he chooses a wave, trying to surf to the 3.81 to get the lead, and I think this is a good strategy. He throws himself up and over, and that's what I'm talking about. He has that kind of firepower. You see how quick he spun that? That's, again, a point of difference. He is one of the few surfers that can get that rotation so quick. He almost over-rotates.
Well, he's one of the fastest surfers you'll see surfing in real time. Here goes Frederico Morais, trying to improve his situation. Free fall floater to get ahead of that section. Just disconnects on the landing, unfortunately for him.
Well, this is see where they are in the lineup. If I can get a view of pulling back and just see, because this is an important part of the heat. Who's going to get? There it is.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to say that's the scenario you want if you're Michael Rodrigues, that Morais unable to capitalize. Can Rodrigues capitalize here? Winding up for the big rotation.
There
he lands out in the flats as smooth as you like, but he's not done. finishes up with a nice closeout turn over there with the damage done on that outside section, should I say. Big, clean rotation.
You have to understand your own strengths. Michael knew that. He just is going, you know what, screw it. I'm going to go for the big air. And he does it. He plants it on the second attempt. Again, putting the board into the wind and floats around, lands with the tail. You see how the tail taps down? That softens the landing. Good overview of it. Full rotation all the way around and lands nose to the beach. That's innovation and progression. We saw from the head judge that was going to be rewarded highly. It's the first aerial we've seen today completed. You would say he's going to get the 381, but how much of a jump is he going to have over that 381?
Just trying to get a sense of where Rodrigues is in the lineup. Looks like for the time being, Rodrigues will now drop into a bomb further up in front of the rock pile. He's coming around the section now where it detonates onto that sandbank. It's going to close out for Rodrigues. He'll hop out of that one, and Morais will maintain that priority with 1 minute and 50 seconds on the clock.
At that point, you saw a paddle by Frederico, and then the priority shifted to Michael as he drops in again. And Michael actually kicks out to save that position in the lineup and then was gifted with priority. But then it goes on that wave. So a little bit of an error because now he's given priority back.
I used to love doing that when I was a kid, but, you end up breaking boards. But Felipe Toledo, right when he did that soul arch.
Another Brazilian is through, and you've got the next heat, one of the most famous of all, Felipe Toledo up against Keanu Asing. Michael Rodrigues, he's all teeth, big smiles.
Yeah, well, the smiles continue for the Brazilian contingent here in Rio.